Hello, everybody. This is David streaming. Today, we are going to cover a new game changer of Pokemon Go that was just announced. Now, just call it Drowsy. I'm going to transfer it because it's low CP. But anyway, I'm at home and I'm at home right now. Just got through with school. So here's the deal. So after all these experiences we've gone through with Pokemon Go and the glitches and all those no third-party trackers and finding rare spawns and map issues and everything else, I was impressed with Niantic that they made the Halloween event that just came out today. Honestly, what I've gone through on this is that for now, they changed the event from yesterday because New Zealand was the first Halloween event that came out. So it was spreading globally that the Halloween event just came out. And what I'm so excited about this is that the candies, when everybody's going through with candies with the small amounts of candies that you earn, like 3 candies of catches and 1 candy to transfer and like 18 candies to pretty much like go through the same old steps to catch up Pokemon, hatch eggs, and also going with your buddy with 1 candy. They actually made this update for Halloween event yesterday, and what I found out about the buddy system is that right now it's 0.75. This is 0.75, and it used to be 3 kilometer eggs. Or I'm sorry, 3 kilometer candies to walk with your buddy. What I like this change is 0.75 will increase the candy rates of where you walk, and this is what I like about the new Halloween event, is that the more kilometers you walk through, the better chances of getting more candies. And to catch Pokemon at the double amount of candies you earn, which is 6 candies, and also hatching your eggs. So that's like when I hatched a Squirtle. Let me go to my recents. When I hatched a Squirtle egg, this was like 68 double candies. So that was like a big game changer for Pokemon Go, and all these catches that I got from Hunter and Hypno, that's the thing I'll be talking about. This is the best way to like catch your Pokemon at this fast rate. Now, I'll be going through my photos since I can't live stream into Pokemon Go in the outside world because I am now connected with a USB on the Mac. Because I'm using iPhone, my iPhone cannot live stream anywhere because Android can only do that for for strong purposes of like live streaming things on the game apps, because Android's more capability with their apps and their Wi-Fi data, and you know, iPhones are pretty secure on data, and that's why they're trying to at least give you live streamed. I'm basically saying that I'm only live streaming at home to show you things. So what I've been doing is, this is what's happening from like yesterday. There's like double candies and special spawns came out probably yesterday. They started it, and pretty much just going through pictures. This is the shot in Lafayette. I found a sightings for Gengar, but it's just that finding Gengar is gonna be harder to find because there's no third-party trackers. You have to look for it on Compass or Fast Pokemap. Somehow Fast Pokemap is improving a lot, but I'm hoping that sometime they will make some spawn point changes on Fast Pokemap so I can look for rare spawns. But as of what I have, you guys, this is the rarest Gengar to find at Lafayette. Also, when I was in downtown Lafayette, I couldn't find Gengar because he despawned. So Haunter and Ghastly spawns, they've been tremendously come out of nowhere, because I mean Ghastlies have been coming there often in Berkeley side and Oakland, but Haunters come in like once a month. And the changes on the event is that right now Haunter is now spawning rapidly as Ghastly is, and now that Drowsy is also spawning rapidly, Hypno is definitely spawning rapidly too. And I found Hypno from my town in Emeryville, because right now Hypnos are very rare to find, Haunters are super rare to find, and the Halloween event started yesterday, and I'm so glad Haunters and Hypnos are spawning rapidly, as Ghastly and Drowsies are. Also with Zubats and Golbats, they're mostly spawning every day, so it's not a big deal, because I usually catch Zubats all the time, and they're kind of pointless. And Golbats are pretty good because like they can be spawning anywhere, and their CPs are pretty good. Sometimes if you get like a 500 or 600 CPs of any of your Pokemon that are evolved, they're not really that great, but hopefully just finding other Pokemon sightings would be pretty nice with higher CPs. Unless you're on the level 27 or level 29. Sorry, from level 27 to level 30, you'll get to that point soon. Also, going over this one, now this scared me a little bit. Seems like the avatar was dark, and I don't know what Niantic did to it, but this is the first time it happened. So if for some reason your avatar is dark, make sure to refresh your Pokemon Go, because sometimes there will be glitches in the game. You know, there's been some glitches all throughout the point where it began on July, and you know, you guys been through 3 step glitches, and smaller size Pokemon that are like glitches. So if you have these issues, try and restart your Pokemon Go and you won't have these glitches ever. And you also have like Pokeballs, and sometimes when you catch Pokemon and your Pokeball like doesn't respond, this is the way that, you know, Pokeballs, it shouldn't be lagging. It should continue to roll with it. As long as Niantic will change the bug fixes, then that's their job, fixing it now, but not later on. So yeah, and also going through with the spawns that this is actually at the Vallejo waterfront. So what I've seen is that this is the craziest spawn I ever encountered. Is Haunters, Hypnos. They're encountering everywhere now. But as soon as I go to like the city side, Haunters will spawn and Hypnos will spawn as well. So wherever you guys go on a Halloween event, I'm pretty sure there will be more spawns from Haunter and Hypno. Gengars, I only see them once or twice as they spawn, but it depends. If you go to San Francisco, they'll probably spawn like crazy. Well, this is actually, this picture here was actually taken from the bay side of Emeryville, and I found this Hypno out of nowhere. Now, this Hypno right there was about 1273 CP, which was pretty good, but the moveset for that was not the best. So, I mean, Hypnos are rare and they're good Pokemon, but hopefully, like, I mean, Sidekick is a good moveset, but hopefully we'll carry on to stronger movesets from them. Okay, this one is, I caught this from my friend. I have his account, trying to help him out because he has work every day. So his Hypno was 1160 CP, and this is a really strong CP that I've encountered and my friend has encountered as well. So anytime you see Hypnos or Haunters or Gengars that have 1000 CP or more, it's worth catching and it's worth saving them. And that's how I find spawn points to be really recognizable. So yeah, if you ever see any rare spawns, make sure their CPs are higher than around 500 or lower, so that will be great. So I encountered the Haunter that was somewhere around Emeryville, and for the most part, Haunter is, well, he was around the 900s, so that's not a bad CP for a Haunter, but I would expect to level him up to 1000 or 1100 so I can get a stronger Gengar. So that way I can evolve Haunter into a Gengar, and the CP will be huge, like 1500 or 1600. So hopefully a Gengar will be stronger than one of the Gengars I caught from the city. They were about 1200 and 1300 CP. This one was at my apartment here. Drowsy and Ghastly just appeared, but their CPs, Drowsy CP was 700s, which I'm very impressed. on catching them because they're really good, and you can evolve them to like higher CPs. And mostly for Ghastly, they're around the 500s, which is pretty good. Also, another Hypno came into my apartment and it spawned at 3 a.m. in the morning, so that was like luck. It was a huge difference between Rattatas and Pidgeys because I got super tired of catching them in the apartment all the time. So it's good to have new rare spawns right here at this apartment, and that's why I think having Hypno and having Haunter here is definitely worth catching, and you don't have to travel as much, so that saves me a ton of time and a ton of candies. And another Hypno came out, so that was pretty good. This one was 1556 CP, which is pretty strong. And what I figured is that the more Hypno spawns to find, the first one to tap a Pokemon is to get a higher CP. And that's why I found Hypnos with their strong CPs. Hoping I'm expected to get a 1600s or 1800s or 2000s as my other, is like the higher goal of a Pokemon CP. But yeah, yep, and this is a 1556 CP of Hypno. This is strong, and I'm also keeping it. So for gym battles, the downside of it is that Mystic Gyms are now 10 Pokemon. Yeah, at least 10 Pokemon there. So it's gonna be hard for Hypno and Haunter or Gengar to be on gyms now, since they put Dragonites, Snorlaxes, and Labrases there. And that's, I guess, I hope we see them in gyms because this is the event right now. And, you know, this is like at least my third Hypno just coming here at this apartment. And, you know, its CP was around 600, which was measly okay for a keeper, but hopefully it'll be more than that. So in the meantime, when I find Hypnos anywhere, if they're spawning rapidly at this apartment, that would be great. Yeah, I put a lure on. 2 Meowths came out. I was surprised because the Halloween event didn't include Meowths, Cubone, and Marowak, because for some reason Cubone and Marowak are ground type Pokemon, and I don't see to make sense how they become more of a Halloween Pokemon, because all they include is Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, Drowsy, Hypno, and Zubat and Golbats. That's the only thing, so I don't know how Meowths or Cubone and Marowak are, because they're spawning rapidly too, so for that, I mean, hopefully there's some more Pokemon to spawn too. Drowsy 733. This one was strong, but it's a keeper. That's my down. And today, I spotted Haunter, Drowsy, and Hypno somewhere around my school today, this morning, Haunter. And just to show you proof, it was at my school. So Haunter was spawning, and it was about like around 321 CP, which is kind of not the greatest. So I hopefully expect to get like 900s or 1000 CP of Haunters, because that way he'll evolve into a Gengar somewhere around the 1700s. That'll be great. Spawns. Found another Haunter. This one was probably 600s, which is okay. Still, I'm expecting to have like at least a higher CP. It really depends, because people are tapping their Pokemon and they have a high advantage to get their higher CP Pokemon. And I guess if I were the first person to tap it, then I'll get a stronger CP Pokemon. But for sure, I found another Haunter again at the coffee shop called Pete's Coffee Shop at Emeryville, and this was spawning with Drowsy, and oh man, this is a huge game changer for Niantic, since Pokemon Go used to have like Pidgeys and Rattatas, and you get so tired of them, right? But most of the times you get to see the Pokemon that were announced from the picture that you saw. So, Haunters, and Hypnos, Drowsies, Ghastlies, they're now spawning rapidly, so that's pretty good. Another Haunter came, so that one was about 321, which is okay. This one was about like 740. It's an okay CP, but it's a keeper. But yeah, this is how I've been looking for rare spawns lately. But Halloween event, really good. Amazing way to add twice the candies. It's now 4 times the candies, since you have you can catch Pokemon, you can hatch Pokemon, you can buddy your Pokemon, and whatever Pokemon have more candies, and you can have the higher chances of transferring your Pokemon. And yeah, this is a great game changer for Pokemon Go. So going back to Pokemon Go, let's see. Right now I have 8 10-kilometer eggs, so I am at the advantage to get this one more egg for 10, and I'm hoping, even though this is 40 candies in total, I'm really stoked for that. And we have a Cubone here, but anyways, one more 10-kilometer egg and I can incubate it today. I can incubate them all today so that I can walk over for like 3 or 4 days. Once it's all 10 completions, I will get like at least 360 candies in total to get more candies of that Pokemon. So now we have Cubone. Let's see its CP. And it's a 691 Cubone, which I will catch it because the more CP, well, the higher CP it gets, the better evolution Pokemon you'll keep. So like a stronger Marowak, I would say it's gonna be over 1300s, so It's probably alright, but you know, this is a good. This Cubone is like pretty strong, so I can tell that it's like not going into the Great Ball, but I have to still catch this guy. Goes in. And we caught it. And then make sure you appraise it to determine its strength, because this helps a lot for IV counts or attack and defense. So he's gonna check my Cubone. Cubone's decent, quality its defense, it's really strong. So that's what he thinks, and I'll make that as a favor. So with that in mind, now Cubone is stronger. So yeah, look at this, folks. Marowak, Contour, Jesus. That is the craziest spawn you'll ever see in Pokemon Go. No Pidgeys, no Rattatas, no Spearows, and no, well, I'll call it Spearows, but no Spearows, and no Weedles. Big game changer, right there. So, yeah. Also, I can find, so I have 5 kilometer egg, which for now I can incubate. And if they don't spawn rapidly, I can always put up Pokestop module. Well, I'm out of range, but hopefully it'll. Ooh, yes. So let's see what we have. 31 CP, but it's worth it to catch because it's now 6 candies instead of 3. And we'll see what the total of Ghastly candy that I have right now. It's caught. $608 candies of Ghastly. Alright, so I'm going to transfer this right now, make it 610. So right now I'm at this position where rare spawns will be appearing. That's a good thing because I don't have to walk to find them that much. So, yep. Alright, so it looks like the spawn changes are closer. See what's going on right now. Oh, if you guys have this update too, like your eggs are now color eggs. Now the 5 kilometer is orange and the 10 kilometer egg is purple. So I find these very easily read because now that 2 kilometer eggs are green and I don't need to know which one is which. Even though Niantic had trouble with color eggs before. So I wish if Pokemon Go began, and since the color eggs were always green and it gets annoying which kilometer egg you're hatching, it should always have color patterns to make sure that, you know, you want to be able to know what eggs you're hatching, and that way you'll find out the numbers 2, 5, and 10 kilometers. And it's helpful right now. It's a minor change that Niantic made. So this is like, hopefully Niantic will do some more updating progress. I'm gonna be doing, yeah, sometimes if you're far distance, this really depends. I'm gonna like, I'm out of range. Yeah, this is a little funky with when my avatar walks. It's like, come on, get into that lure module so I can activate. There you go. Now I can get Ghastlies, and I can get Haunters. So last night, 3 Haunters came out from my lure module, and they were spawning like crazy, so it was luck, but you know, I finally don't need to see Pidgeys, Rattatas. I don't need to see Sparrows or Wheels. So let's transfer this. Sorry, we'll transfer this Ghastly. Okay. Just remember, my avatar is just walking itself. It's not actually, well, I'm not spoofing it at all, because you don't see like arrow icons or any cheats that I have, but they're not cheats. This is the regular version. So, I mean, that's what the avatar is moving around for. So, it's trying to calculate where it's going. Hopefully we can see more of Haunter in this area. And they move and go, man. Okay, well, looks like I will be done with this video right now, and I will see you folks live streaming tomorrow. We're going to Pokemon Go. For now, I'm going to be taking some pictures, because what's going on with the MobCrush live streaming game apps is that iPhones don't do that. So, for most cases, being in the outside world, you can't live stream on iPhones. So on Android, it only does that because of data-based data use. So I will be live streaming at home most of the time, and probably talk about more on the Halloween event and how I find rare spawns. So yeah, if you look at this Charizard candy, this one is halfway there, and I'm really excited because right now for Charmander candies, it's about like 412, which is really good to evolve them, but I'll do that later. Once the event is done, I'll get more candies and Charmander. And yeah, so this is it for today. I'll be live streaming tomorrow. I'll be posting more pictures on rare spawns and more Pokemon to come. Alright folks, have a good day.